Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. Today's video is inspired by fall, so I'm using a lot of warm tones to celebrate this new season, which I've actually really been looking forward to. It's my favorite season, especially when it comes to my channel, creating more glam looks, so yeah, I'm excited. So the first thing I want to do is apply this eyeshadow shield. If you don't have this and you want to follow along with this video, you can also use some regular sticky tape. I will be playing with my own palettes, which I created together with Sigma Beauty. And I'm going to start with the color Tan. Oh, joke. I'm not starting with the color Tan. I'm starting with the color Cottage. So this is a matte white shade and I'm going to apply this underneath the highest point of my brow. So this is going to be like kind of the highlight of my brow. Which will make the whole blending in my crease look even prettier because it will create a gradient from light to dark, but you will see that later. So now I'm going to go in with the color Tan. This time it's actually true. And I'm going to start blending this all the way in my crease, going from the inner corner to the outer corner and just applying a lot of this. And I want to start this video actually by saying thank you so much for all the love on my previous video. Just wanted to mention that. I really appreciate it. I know I haven't been very active lately because since becoming a mom, I don't know, it's just so hard to find time and energy, especially energy. And I told in my previous video that I was getting a new studio, which I hope will give me more energy and inspiration to create new videos for you guys. Unfortunately, it has been postponed to next month, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm still gonna try to upload more videos for you guys. I do have to say my studio is currently super messy, which is annoying, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try my best for you guys. So now I'm gonna go in with the color Tiki Masala and I'm blending this into my crease, but I'm also gonna blend it all over the eyelid. I just wanted to create a really warm eye look today. And I actually love eye looks like this because it will really pop the eyes. These really like rich, kind of like terracotta, orangey, warm tones. I don't know, it just does something with the eyes. It makes blue eyes pop, green. I think especially brown eyes as well, but it depends on what kind of brown eyes you have. But I feel like these shades tend to look good on a lot of different eye colors. But yeah, now I'm blending this all over the eyelid. Love this shade, and I still find it so funny that I called this shade Tiki Masala, but it just really reminds me of it. And it's actually one of my favorite meals, even though I have to say lately I've been really into butter chicken. I love butter chicken. Let me know if you guys have ever eaten it. It's like an addiction. I think it's so good. I love Indian food in general. I think it's so delicious. But yeah, now I'm gonna go in with this darker brown shade, and I started with blending this along the lash line. Nothing too precise, just kind of like sweeping it along the lash line and then also following the eyeshadow guard. I wanted to do kind of like a smoky smudged eyeliner, but in a really soft way using mainly eyeshadow. So first I just wanted to use this brown color to blend it in this area, and then now after this I'm gonna go in with a little bit of eyeliner, but I only want to apply it as close as possible towards the lash line. So I'm using the Sigma Wicked Jaw Eyeliner, and I'm using a angled brush, and I'm just creating a super thin line right above the lash line, and then after this I want to use some eyeshadow to smudge it out. I could have also skipped this part and go directly into with eyeshadow, but I do felt like using a little bit of jaw eyeliner would make it just a little bit darker. Just a little bit more intenser black. So that's why I went in with the jaw eyeliner as a base for this. And now directly on top of it, I'm going in with the color Levine, which is the matte black shade from my Sigma palette. And I'm just kind of smudging it right on top of it. So after this, I'm gonna go in with the dark brown color, which I went in with all the way at the beginning. And then I'm gonna use that to kind of like blend out it even further. But first, I just wanted to use the black and to kind of like try to make it as dark as I could, but also still focusing on blending it out as well, because I didn't want it like the edges of this smudgy eyeliner situation. I don't really know how to call this. I didn't want it to look like super like harsh divined like how it would look if you would just like apply eyeliner. So I wanted to make sure that it was black but also smudged out. So that's why I kind of went back a few times with some extra black eyeshadow to make it darker again, because the smudging will make it a bit softer. So I had to go in a few times and add more of the black eyeshadow. So then I went in with that dark brown color, which I used all the way at the beginning, and now I'm just gonna go over it and try to make the edges a little bit more softer and make it, you know, kind of fade into the eyeshadow, which I have already on my eyes. So I also went in with the tikka masala a little bit around the corners and just kind of like trying to make everything look smooth. Then I went in with this pencil from NYX Cosmetics. It's the Vivid liner in the orange color. It's actually a nice pencil, but I did notice after you have applied it, you can go over it another time. Like, you have to apply it and then just leave it alone, because I went over it like a second time, but it kind of removed the pencil from the waterline. So that was kind of annoying, so I had to kind of like fix that. But eventually it looked good again, but it was kind of annoying, I have to say. So then I went in with the color Tikka Masala, and I'm gonna use that for underneath the lower lash line as well. And I'm just gonna like blend this color all the way underneath the lower lash line. Then I also decided to use a little bit of the color Cinnamon Roll and mixing that together with Tikka Masala and blending the combination of these two shades also underneath. So I just keep blending these shades until I'm happy with how everything is looking. And then after this, the eye look is already almost finished. We just need to apply some mascara. So I'm gonna always curl my lashes before I do that, because my lashes are always kind of like very upwards. So I'm just gonna curl them upwards. What did I say? Downwards. That's the word that I meant. But yeah, then I went in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Roller Lash Mascara, and I actually really like this mascara. It's a nice drugstore one, which I would definitely recommend if you're searching for a nice one, which won't make your lashes very clumpy. Then I popped on some falsies. This is optional if you recreate this look. You don't have to use falsies, but I do feel like it always makes my eye looks look super glam. But yeah, this is the finished result. I hope you all like it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.